Greetings to all Pokemon fans. So if you're looking for a way to play Pokemon Legends Z into your PC, or you want to know where to get the XEI file format or NSB file format of the game, this is the perfect video tutorial for you to watch now. So the game has been recently released and you'll be able to play it in Ryubing Emulator as long as you follow all the steps that I'll be showing you here. So first of all, what you need are these files here that I have highlighted. These are the Nintendo Switch firmware, the Nintendo Switch keys. It should be in version 20. And also you'll need to have the NSB file format of Pokemon Legends ZA and the latest build of Ryujinx or Ryubing Emulator installed into your PC. But before you follow this video tutorial, I need you to agree that you have already purchased a legal copy of Pokemon Legends ZA. I need you to own the physical copy of the game or a digital copy of the game wherein you have purchased it from the eShop. So once you have the game, or you have legally owned the game, then you can proceed into this guide. So now let's head on to Google and then just type in Ryubing Emulator and hit search. You'll need to get the emulator first. So just go to their official GitHub. It's always the first result, Ryubing Emulator. Click on that and then hover down below and you can see you can find a stable release here. So just click here. Then you will be redirected to a page where you can get all the installer for Ryubing. So there are installer for Linux, for Mac, and for Windows. So for this video tutorial, we'll be focusing more on Windows. So just click on here and download it. So since I have already installed Ryujinx or Ryubing Emulator, I'm just going to skip on this part because I have already this file installed. So here is the file that I have downloaded. So in order to install Ryubing, just open the zip file, click the publish folder, open that, and then just create a folder named Ryubing or Ryujinx Emulator. Mine is Ryujinx Fork because this is our Ryujinx Fork 2025, and I'm just gonna select all those files, drag them here into this folder, and then you will have successfully installed Ryujinx Emulator. So I'm just gonna skip on this part again because I have Ryujinx already installed and already optimized. So I'm gonna assume that you have Ryubing already installed into your PC. Click on it, run it now. So before you can play any Switch games into this emulator, you will need to install these files first, because without these files, Ryubing will not be able to play the Switch games. So what are these files? So these files are, again, the Nintendo Switch keys and the Nintendo Switch firmware. It should be in version 20. And you will need the NSB file of Pokemon Legends ZA so that it will be detected in Ryubing's emulator. So if you're asking me on how to get all of these files, so the most legal way to do this is that you own a Nintendo Switch console which you have fully modded or have installed a custom firmware. Because if it has a custom firmware installed, that means you can now fully access the Nintendo Switch system files. And once you have that, you can just look all for the keys file of the Nintendo Switch and the firmware file of the Switch, and then just transfer them into your PC. And if you don't know how to mod or install custom firmware or digitally back up your physical copy of your Pokemon Legends ZA, you don't have to do this, you don't have to get this transferred into your PC, then just follow this QR code that I have put in the screen. But before you visit this site, I need you to agree that you have the physical copy of the game and that you have a Nintendo Switch console. So follow this QR code and then you'll be redirected to a page wherein you can get all of this file. So be sure to follow the instructions in the page or the website so that you can get all of these files. So if you have downloaded these files into your mobile phone, just be sure to transfer them later into your PC. So I'm just going to assume that you have done that and that you have all of these files into your PC now. So it's time to install them in Ryubing. So open Ryubing Emulator, and then the first thing that we'll need to install is the Nintendo Switch keys. So just go to Actions, go to Install Keys, and Install Keys. Here, create a new folder, name it Keys, open the Keys zip file, and all you have to do is just copy the product keys and title keys inside, drag and drop them into this folder, replace the file's destination because I have the file already. So just click on prod.keys and hit open, and then hit yes to install the keys. Okay. Now the next step is to install the firmware. So go to Actions, install firmware from XEI zip file, locate this firmware file, version 20.1.1, hit open, hit yes, and it says it has successfully installed the version 20.1.1 in Ryubing Emulator. So our emulator now is capable of detecting and playing Nintendo Switch games. As you can see here, it will show you the icons of each game that you have. Now the next step is to optimize Pokémon Legends ZA so that it will run perfectly well in Ryubing Emulator without crashes or glitches. So to do this, just go to Options and go to Settings. And in this part, just be sure to pause the video and copy every setting that you see here. Again, pause the video and copy every setting. So these are my interface setting. The game directories is wherein you have stored your Nintendo Switch games. It can be anywhere into your PC. Just be sure that it's in XEI or NSP file format. Now go to Input. So it's better to use a controller rather than a mouse and keyboard when playing Switch games. So if you have an Xbox, PlayStation, or a Nintendo Switch controller, connect them here, map them up according to your liking. But there's a setting that you need to change. Here, the dead zone setting, it should be in 0.20 for both left and right sticks so that there'll be no drifting into your playthroughs or if you have some drifting issues into your controller, okay? So be sure to change that. Now go to System. Again, just pause the video and copy every setting here. Just check the FS integrity checks here because this all will be in default setting. Then go to CPU, PPTC, be sure to check that. Again, pause video and copy every setting here. Now go to the graphics tab. So this is the most important part of the setting, so be sure to copy everything here. So graphics backend should be in Vulkan API. Your preferred GPU is your dedicated graphics card. At least you have a GTX 1060 to run the game smoothly. Graphics backend multi-threading should be on. Enable shader crash and enable macro HD. Resolution scale should be in 2x resolution. So that the game will look much sharper and much more beautiful. But if your PC is having a hard time in running in that resolution scale, then just revert back to the native resolution, which is 720p or 1080p. But if you have a powerful CPU, then you can go for 4x resolution. You can go for 4K and 8K resolution here. Now for anti-aliasing, SMA Ultra, if you're having some issues, if you're having some performance issues, just change this to none. Scaling filter, FSR, anisotropic filtering, 16 times, aspect ratio 16:9. Now, once you're done, go to audio settings, change this to the same as mine, and once you're done, hit apply and hit OK. Congratulations, your Ryubing Emulator is now capable of playing Pokémon Legends ZA into your PC. So as you can see here, my Pokémon Legends ZA is the base game. I have not installed the DLC, and I have not installed the update for it, so I'm just gonna test the raw performance of this version first. So a little bit of a disclaimer, I will not be able to show you guys a gameplay of this game because we all know how strict Nintendo is. They have been really strict lately about Nintendo Switch emulation in PC or in Android. So I don't want my channel to be taken down, my videos will be taken down, so I don't want to show you any gameplay at all, but I am willing to compromise a little bit to show you proof this video tutorial is working. So I'm just gonna boot up Pokémon Legends ZA into the title screen of the game, and once I'm in the title screen of the game, I'm just gonna stop the emulation, and also I'm just gonna blur the screen from here on out so that Nintendo will not be able to hit me with any copyright strikes into my channel. And again, I hope you guys do understand this. So as you can see, I am in the title screen. It's blurred, I know, but it runs. As long as you followed all the steps that I have showed you in this video tutorial. And again, I need you to own the physical copy of the game and the Nintendo Switch console. And if you follow all the steps that I have shown you in this guide, you'll be able to play Pokémon Legends ZA into your PC with no issues at all. You can run this game perfectly. So if you have some questions, just leave a comment in the comment section below and I'll try my best to answer all of them as fast as I can. Thank you for watching, see you next time, and goodbye for now.